Remember yesterday we told you about that massive cocaine bust along Highway 77? Well, that bust resulting in nearly $1 million worth of cocaine. 23 pallets with 40 to 50 boxes on each pallet were filled with bell peppers. Out of that, only 2 boxes had cocaine. Turns out no bell peppers were contaminated during this operation, and because of this, well, the Coastal Bend Food Bank received every single one of these bell peppers as donations from the crew that made the seizure. Drug agents from Nueces County, Robstown, and even Jim Wells County were the ones that made the bust. On Thursday, those agents cleared the drugs from the vegetables and turned a good day into an even better one.
This is a win-win situation. They are getting the drugs out of the streets, and we are going to be able to use this fresh vegetables to help people and feed them. In fact, right now we were completely out of fresh produce. So it's going to be a blessing for us and for the people that we serve.
Do you hear that? A blessing. Isn't that great? The Coastal Bend Food Bank says donations of all kinds and volunteers are always welcome.